You don't have to wait until you are perfect. You don't have to wait until you've got everything in place. You start. So at some point, you have to take a decision with incomplete information. Sometimes what might even be stopping you is a comparison trap. There is never a perfect time. The perfect time is you taking that step. Taking caution is not always wisdom. One person's failure or insecurity is not a proof that the opportunity or that stuff or that business will not work for you. You deserve the good things of life. You are allowed to build wealth. So stop letting old narrative determine your future. Whether you are sitting somewhere wishing you had the courage to take a financial risk, or you are scrolling through your phone, seeing other people celebrating their success, and you are wondering why it's not yours, or you are most likely lying down in your bed at night replaying a decision you didn't make while listening to this episode, I'm here to say welcome to yet another episode of Behind the Veil podcast. Feels so nice that I have to come and just speak. And of course, I know, funny thing is, I know I promised, I think the last 2 episodes or 3 episodes, that I will do my possible best to make sure that I release episode every week. I'm never making that promise again because man, life has been so busy. I think I'm in a stage in my life where I just cannot predict it anymore. I just cannot predict what step I'm taking next. I just cannot predict I just know that I'm moving as God is moving. I'm taking a step at a time. And for what is what, let me just enjoy every moment. Okay, I might not understand what's going on. I might not understand the next step or the next thing to do. But one thing I do understand is that I have the understanding that I need to trust God. Okay, that is basically the summary of my life in this season. And for you, listening to this podcast, to this episode, I do hope you're enjoying the fatherhood of God. I will not get tired of mentioning it. I will not just stop. I wouldn't in any way stop saying it, at least not anytime soon. I hope you're enjoying the fatherhood of God. I hope that God is your father. You've allowed Him to be your father, to take you, to walk you through every step of the way, to lead, to guide you, right? Because life in itself can be very overwhelming. As you grow older each passing day, you then realize that you're getting busier. And the more we are getting busier, we are overwhelmed with responsibilities. Alright? No one at any part or at any stage is having it easier. Yes, some people may have the resources, some people may have the personnel. Even if you think they are having it easy, there are people that are fighting various battles. Some are not even coming online to mention it. But irrespective of what is going on, irrespective of what you're going through, irrespective of how unique our situation may be, I just hope you're enjoying the fatherhood of God. I just hope that you're trusting God to help you, to lead you, and allowing Him to be your shepherd, directing you in the step you should take. And that's what is important. At the end of the day, you just wouldn't in any way see how it makes sense. But when you look back, you see how the dots are connecting. All right. And moving into today's episode, for the past 2 episodes, I brought in guests to talk about their financial journey, to talk about how they've been able to let's say boost up their businesses and their finances, right? Because the 2 guests they are business owners, right? They are into businesses. And I believe it will bless you for those of us that want to go into business, or for those of us that are already in business. I feel we should go back and listen to them, not because I want to gain engagement or what it may be, but I feel it will bless you, because I believe that the indication that you are learning from something or you are blessed for by something is that you apply it into your life and that you see results, you see transformation. The indication or the matrix for measuring the success of this podcast is not engagement, the number of people that are listening, the number of people that are following or are rating it, but the indication that this podcast has done what it's meant to do is that you are blessed, that you are learning one or two things and applying it into your life, right? So that is basically it for me. So that is why I want you to go back and listen to 2 episodes if you haven't, and even if you have, I crave your indulgence that go back and listen to it again. This time you never can tell what you might learn. Okay, with Mary, with Mr. Ayo, and by God's grace I will be inviting more people as God would permit. All right, just for us to learn something and apply it into our lives, really. Okay, and yeah, we started this financial series, establishing that our life is one whole experienced in different compartments. We've redefined finance. Since we started, we've redefined it as production, distribution, and of course consumption. And we've gone further to explore the 7 mountains and why believers, by believers I mean Christians, must occupy the economic mountain. All right, so we've talked about Kairos moments and how our capacity can determine what we see and of course what we seize. I could remember before the inception of this podcast, there was a survey for those of you close to me, and many people were gracious enough to share the survey, and 100 people filled out, 105 people filled the survey. And one thing that was what in a way determined the trajectory of the topics that we are having for this episode. So it's not something that I'm just picking up from the blues or just say let us talk about this today, let's talk about that tomorrow. But the topics were intentionally crafted based on the responses that I got for this podcast, this seasonal podcast, or this season, right? And here's the thing: 77.6% of the people that filled it based on the podcast survey said that they have missed a financial opportunity. And I am willing to bet on it that you know exactly which one I'm talking about. You most likely may have been picturing the moment, or you are picturing the moment, and you remember that you were thinking, or what you were thinking, and you were saying you probably could have talked yourself into it. And or let me say you can't even tell yourself what happened that you didn't do it. Or let's even take, for example, let's be more explicit now. I could remember if there's any financial opportunity I missed was not investing in Bitcoin when I heard it. This is my personal story. For you, it could be different. At that time, when I heard about Bitcoin, I thought it was based on the information I received. I do not know, but based on people's experiences, I just do not know how I ended up thinking or receiving the information that cryptocurrency, as that with Bitcoin, was for scammers. I remembered it was very cheap as at that time, so I'd like, nah, I'm not going to involve in anything scamming. I'm not going to involve in fraud. Then over the years, I now realized that, man, it wasn't fraud. It was just the information I received as at then. So for me, that was a financial opportunity that I missed. To you, it could be something else. It could be investing in a business or investing in a startup or whatever it may be. But you said no, or you said nothing, or probably you just froze and the worst passed, you are probably thinking about it now. You're probably thinking about it now. And interesting enough, right? According to 2024 study by the American Psychological Association, they stated that 63% of Americans, right, report experiencing regret about a financial decision they didn't make. Not a bad decision they made, but a decision they didn't make. The opportunity came and they passed it on. The risk, they didn't take it. And it is important that I state that it cuts across all generations. Maybe you are a millennial, you are a Gen Z or Gen Alpha, or the boomers or boomers generation, as the case may be. It cuts across all of us. So let's figure out why. Let's look at the real barrier between you and your financial opportunities. And then let's figure out how to break through with them. And one thing that I have observed, that if I have to keep it honest with you, is fear. Not the kind of fear that keeps you from touching electricity or a naked wire, but the kind of fear that keeps you from moving forward, the kind of fear that keeps you from taking a step. And fear can come in various forms. One, fear of failure. And this is a big one. You see an opportunity, you could have done something, but somewhere in your mind, a voice is telling you, what if you fail? What if you mess up? What if you lose your money? What if you go out there and you embarrass yourself? And so you don't take that step, and so you don't try. And I read somewhere that fear of failure is the primary reason for not doing many things. Not lack of capital, not lack of skill, but fear. And the twist from that story or from that study found out that people who failed once before are 3 times more likely to start a business the second time. Why? Because they know that the failure that they had is not a death sentence. They survived it. So the fear loses its power once they have experienced what they were afraid of. Okay? And the second one, the second dimension, the second form we see fear is the fear of being judged. You might not even admit you have this, but it is there. And the funniest thing is, it doesn't just apply to finance. Now that we are in the era of content creation, now that we are in the era of putting yourself out there on social media, many people have not started. And not just financially, not just in business, but many people have not started because they are saying, what will my family say about this? How will my friends look at me? What will my church members think if I lose this money? Or what will people start thinking about me if I start this thing? What if I'm not successful? So many people do not in any way start. Or to some people, they are playing safe. They stay small. They don't reach for the opportunities because they are afraid. They are more afraid of what people would think about them than they be excited about what could eventually happen. But here's the truth. The people you are judging, or the people you are scared, not the people you are judging, the people judging you or you think are judging you are not building wealth. Instead, they are watching you from the sideline. We people who have things going on for them, people who are working, who are doing something well for their life or something worthwhile for their life, are too busy. So they do not have the time, or will never in any way have the time to judge you for the steps you are taking. Those who have taken risks, or those who understand risk taking, will not in any way judge you for trying to start something, for trying to start wealth, or for trying to put yourself out there, be it in content creation, be it in your finance or your business. You're just putting it on whatever platform you choose. They are not judging. But those who you think, or those who are most likely going to judge you, are not building well. They are not doing anything significant for themselves. I want us to take a cue from Jesus' story, and from Luke. And one of the things that we'll see is that Jesus did miracles everywhere, but in his hometown, he didn't do it. He didn't do much because of their unbelief. And Jesus made a statement and he said, I tell you that no prophet is accepted in his own hometown. So I'm trying to paraphrase it. No prophet is accepted in his hometown. So what I'm trying to say in essence as regards this fear of a thing is, even Jesus faced rejection in his own community. Jesus faced rejection from where he's from, and he didn't let him stop him. So if you were thinking of taking a step and you're like, what will my family say? What will my friends say? That shouldn't stop you, because it just shouldn't stop you. Just take a cue from Jesus. It shouldn't in any way stop you, right? And another fear, or another form of fear, is the fear of you thinking you're not good enough. What some people would call imposter syndrome. So this is more or less like, as regards your finance, this is imposter syndrome wearing a beautiful outfit. You see the opportunity, your immediate thought is, that is for people that actually know what they are doing. It's not for someone like me that do not know anything. And funniest thing, this thing I'm saying doesn't just in any way apply to only finance and business alone. Even those in the corporate world, they just feel that they are not good enough. You've done something, people are praising you for it, you feel you are not good enough, so you shrink. You do not accept the acknowledgement, you do not accept the accolades, you do not accept the compliments. You feel it's not good enough. And even when it comes to taking opportunity, when it comes to taking that step, you do not feel you are good enough to do it. Meanwhile, the person who took that opportunity most likely would have maybe felt that exact way you felt or you are feeling, but they did it anyway. And even the funniest thing is, many people that might even have taken that opportunity, if you get to interact with them, you realize that they are not as good enough as you. Their knowledge bank is not up to yours. They are not knowledgeable as you are. But the only difference between you and them is courage. Courage. They did it anyway. They did it. And one thing again that I would like to talk about, is sometimes something that, yes, it may be in a way simpler than this, is the fact that you feel maybe you are not ready. All right, I'm not talking of just financially, but mentally. Okay, you're not ready, you do not have the skill, an opportunity came and you realize you did not know how to execute it. But that is, we can pass on that one. But funniest thing is, there are some people that take on a job and they do not know how in any way they are going to do it. But they know that once I take the job, or once I take on this opportunity, or once I take up this business, I will know somebody that knows somebody that knows somebody, and I will get this job done. Okay, I do not have the skill, but I'm going to know how to use people that have the skill. So you see that the difference is just, in a way, courage and just wisdom. Wisdom. Okay. See, just know this. Most successful entrepreneurs will tell you, as you learn, or you will learn as you go, you will learn on the road, you will learn on the job. You don't have to wait until you are perfect. You don't have to wait until you've got everything in place. You start, you fail, you learn, you adjust. And like the Bible says in the book of Proverbs, by wisdom the house is built, through understanding it is established, and through knowledge the rooms are filled with treasures. That is a process. You don't build the whole house in your head first. You start out by, you could just probably have a picture of it in your head, have what you want to do in your head, but it is just in your head. You would need to lay the foundation. Of course, lay the foundation, then the walls, then you fill the rooms. That's of course, you've done your decking, you've covered everything, you've painted, done the electrical work, the plumbing services, everything that is needed to make a house. Then you put everything that is needed to be in each rooms. Right? And I understand that one thing that may be stopping some of us, or many of us, is the process of, or the thought rather of, I don't have enough money. Okay, the opportunity required, the capital required to start a business, you don't have, so you pass on it. Do you actually, in a way, need all those money that you're thinking you need for that business? Do you need it upfront, or do you just assume you did? What do I mean? A lot of people miss opportunities because they've set the bar too high for themselves. They lose a business opportunity because they think, I need $10,000, I need 5 million naira to start. So they wait until they have all the money in place. They wait until they have the 5 million naira, the 10 million naira, the $1 million, the $13,000 to start. But many a times, if you see an account the cost, you may realize that the opportunity might just need just $2,000 or 500,000 naira or 100,000 naira to get started. Funniest thing is, that is it. And you could probably just meet one or two people, like, this is what I have, I want to do something, can you help me with this and this, and you might just sum up to maybe $1 million naira, but part of it is yours. But meanwhile, if you don't take the step, you start waiting until you have everything in place and the window closes. You don't, in any way, you've not thought creatively, or you've not thought to yourself, can I partner with someone on this, or is it okay for me to start small, which of course it is, or could I phase this out, or just so many things, so many thoughts, like, how do I even start? I don't have everything in place, but how do I start? How do I leverage on people? How do I leverage on their resources? How do I leverage on, even if I don't have anybody, can I start small? Then it will grow. Many great things, even from people that you admire, from people that you appreciate, people that you want to be like, everyone started small. No one in any way started big. And of course, I realized that starting small might be relative, because what some people small might definitely be someone else's big. Okay, but yeah, I need to state that starting small is relative, but one thing is similar: everyone started small. And this is more common than you think, right? An opportunity comes, you don't fully understand what you're getting into, and you now begin, I'm trying to just say things so you would understand it. You pass it because you feel it's risky, but it might not even be that risky. You just need to start. What you need is enough information. What you need is just enough information, and this is where seeking wise counsel come into play. Not everyone's opinion, but seeking wise counsel. People who have done it before, people who are risk takers rather, people who have done stuff, people who have started businesses. I've known people that are into business, but they started small, and yes, they've scaled it to become something big and magnificent. And when you are going there, you're like, oh, I admire this, I admire that, I admire this about your business that has grown. Or you see, you don't even know the process. Many people started 5 years ago. What you are seeing, admiring, many people started 10 years ago and they stayed at it. Many people started 5 years ago and they stayed at it. They'll tell you, oh, I started from my room. I didn't have an office space. I started from a friend's apartment. I started from a shop nearby. I started from an office nearby. It wasn't even mine. I was squatting with someone when I was doing this business. I was squatting with someone when this idea came onto me and I started to do something. I was using my neighbor's stove, my neighbor's gas in order to start this my chef business. And that was how I started. I was borrowing. Trust me, what you need might just be someone else. Just seek wise opinion. All right. If we decide to, let's take it a step further and talk about the barrier of what we call analysis paralysis. Okay, and it's quite a weird problem. Analysis paralysis. Sometimes you have all the information and you feel you are ready, but you still will not make a move. You just keep analyzing, thinking, weighing your option, considering permutation. Is it permutation and commutation again? I can't even remember. But you just keep doing all of this stuff, and you are waiting for certainty. Man, no one is certain before they take a financial risk. No one is certain before they started that business. Nobody. You can do all your research in the world. You can do all your market survey, do all of your SWOT analysis, right? But if you don't start, all of those things wouldn't mean anything. You can get all the advice you want to get and still won't know if it will work out. You can prepare perfectly and the economy can shift. So at some point, you have to take a decision with incomplete information. At some point, you need to take a decision with those research you've done, those market survey you've done, those SWOT analysis you've made, the information you've gotten from so many people, either through questionnaire or mentorship or just a conversation with a random person. All right. Sometimes what might even be stopping you is a comparison trap. You are wishing someone else. Yes, you are wishing you are doing what someone else is doing because you are watching the person. They seem to be doing great. You think, oh, I should wait until I am prepared as they are prepared, or I should wait until I've got the resources. Like that other person have gotten the resources. You don't see the failure, you don't see the process, you don't see the mistake they've made, you don't see how many times they've almost wanted to quit, you don't see the tears. You are comparing your beginning with somebody else's middle or somebody else's end. You are comparing your own. You've not even started laying the foundation, and somebody has already done roofing. You are comparing yourself with that person, and the opportunity passes, the idea passes. And if we decide to even talk about timing, which I believe is one thing that keeps people up at night, thinking, is this the right time? The honest answer is there is never a perfect time. There's never a perfect time to start a business. There's never a perfect time to talk about you taking that risk financially. There's never a perfect time for you to start content creation. There is never a perfect time. The perfect time is you taking that step. If you wait for the perfect time, you wait forever. If you wait for everything to be in place, you're going to wait forever. If you wait for you to have all of the resources, you're going to wait forever. Because there's only one thing. One more bit of there will always be one more thing. There will always be one more bit of saving. There will always be one skill you need to learn. There will always be one person's approval you need to get, and that is how you miss Kairos moment. We've talked about Kairos moments in the previous episodes, but here is what we didn't in any way, or say I didn't in any way say directly. Sometimes you would have to move when you don't feel like moving. Sometimes you would have to move even when it doesn't feel like the perfect time. Because trust me, the perfect time will never come, or might never come. It just may never come. Okay, and yes, let's talk about something. Let me talk about the barrier of wrong information. So sometimes you miss certain setting up windows because you've listened to the wrong people. All right, maybe someone told you what you're about to do was a scam, and it just wasn't. In my case, information as you can cryptocurrency. Maybe someone told you it was so risky when you actually didn't know you had good odds. Or maybe someone told you this is not for people like us, when actually it's for people like you, and you believe them. The loud voices in your head are usually people close to you, the family, friends, your neighbors, people you love, and people who don't want to see you get hurt. All right, don't do that. It's too risky. People like us don't do that kind of things because we don't have the resources or the relationship. You should play it safe. All right, they are telling you this not because they want you to suffer, but they're telling you this because they actually love you. And this, in a way, is even reminding me of a statement that someone made, and he said that someone can love you out of the will of God for your life. All right, someone can love you out of the will of God for your life. They do not hate you. They do not in any way. Yeah, they do not hate you, but the advice they are giving is from a place of love. They tell you to take caution as wisdom, but taking caution is not always wisdom. Sometimes caution is just wearing fear as a responsible outfit. And the hard part is your loved ones might be wrong. People who love you might be wrong. They might just be projecting their own fears over you, or onto you rather. They might just be projecting their insecurity onto you. They might just be projecting their failure or people's experiences onto you, and you just wouldn't know. And another thing some of us fall into is that in a way we Google the opportunity and we'll find articles maybe on Reddit, or you're probably reading an information on X telling you why it won't work. You're watching a YouTube video of someone who has failed at it. You're reading from Quora and you're seeing people that have failed from it and you're like, nah, this is not for me. You're getting information from the wrong people. They are different. It might be the same business, it might be the same opportunity, but you need to get this straight, that even when it comes to business, it's a different target audience. Many people might have different resources, right? The thing is, you don't even know the people you're getting information from. One person's failure or insecurity is not a proof that the opportunity or that stuff or that business will not work for you. One's expert opinion on it is not the final word. You need information, but you also need discernment to know where this information is coming from. Many people are just projecting their fears. Many people are projecting their insecurities. Many people are projecting people's experiences. Okay? And there's also something I would call the barrier of past failure, where no one talks about it, right? Sometimes you miss certain opportunities because you are bleeding from the last one. You took a risk before, it did not work out, you lost money, you feel embarrassed, you feel like as though you're a failure, or you are still paying for the loan you took as a result of the risks you took the last time that did not work. So when a new opportunity comes, you don't see the potential, you see the ghost of the past failure. Or should we in a way talk about the shame factor? All right? And I know it is not logical. You know intellectually that one failure doesn't in any way determine the next outcome. But emotionally, you are trying to protect yourself. You are saying no to opportunities because you are wounded from the past one. And here is a learning question for you. But the thing is, did you actually learn from this failure, or did you get traumatized by it? There's a big difference. If you've learned something, how do you evaluate opportunities better from what you've learned? What do you know what to watch out for? How to minimize risks, or how then do you know you'll be prepared for the next one? But if you're carrying shame, if you're carrying failure of the past and use it to justify an inaction, you are letting one bad experience write off whatever future financial story you're going to tell. Right? And for believers, the Bible is our comfort that says that when the righteous fall 7 times, they will rise. They will rise. Excuse me. They would rise. When the righteous fall 7 times, they are going to rise. They will rise. Yeah, it's not rocket science, and it just not in any way applied to just financial and spiritual aspects, but it also applies to the financial aspects. Many people have taken risks, and the risks backfired. It just didn't work out. Many people have failed over and over again. But rising again is never pretending like you didn't fall the last time, but it's getting up and trying it again in a different way. And thinking of something here, right? There's actually a barrier of not believing you deserve it, which I spoke about as regards the imposter syndrome. This is really deep. A lot of people won't admit they have it, but yeah, it is. An opportunity comes, good money, legitimate, aligned with your skills, but somewhere in you a voice says, this is too good for me. This is not for me. I don't deserve it. And you pass on it. Or it couldn't even be generational patterns. Sometimes this comes from what you've inherited, maybe from your parents. You've seen that they struggle financially. Maybe they taught you that money was scarce and the rich people are greedy. Or you've been taught that pursuing wealth is selfish, maybe from anywhere, maybe from the church or from anywhere. So when an opportunity for building wealth comes along, you sabotage it because on some level or some mental space, you don't believe you deserve it. And did you know there was a study in 2024 by Ramsey Solutions that found out that some people's financial behavior are 85% influenced by their childhood experiences around money, not their knowledge, but their experiences. What it means is quite simple. If you grew up watching people struggle, you might be subconsciously working to stay in that struggle environment mentally. Not because you want to, but because it is familiar. Deep down, sometimes the question is not, can I do this? But it is, do I deserve this? And if you don't believe you deserve it, you won't reach out for it. And here is one thing I know. You are a child of God. You are made in God's image. God didn't create people without value. Psalm 139 verse 14 says, I will praise you because I am fearfully and wonderfully made. You are God handwork. You are God masterpiece. You are gorgeous. You are intelligent. You are handsome. You are beauty with brains. You are handsomeness with brains, if that makes sense. That is alignment. You need to be aligned with reality. You have value. You deserve the good things of life. You are allowed to build wealth. So stop letting old narrative determine your future. You get what I'm saying? And yes, let's take it a step further. So now you may have known why you've missed certain opportunities, really. And now that you've known, so what next? Number one, you need to get honest about your barrier. Is it as a result of fear? Is it as a result of unpreparedness? Is it analysis paralysis? Is it wrong information? Is it past wounds? Is it that you are feeling unworthy? Figure out which one it is. Because one way of getting out of a problem is you need to be sincere. Sincerity is key. Because the solution might just be different for each person. So you just need to be sincere with yourself. If it's fear, you need to get around people who have done what you have done. People who have done what you are about to do. If it's unpreparedness, you need to learn how to be prepared, how to show up prepared, how to show up confident. If it is analysis paralysis, you need to work on a deadline. You need a deadline to decide what's up. Right? All this your survey, all this your research, market research, there should be a deadline to decide. Decide that when is this time, this date, I'm going to start, regardless of what I have. I'm going to do something. And if it's wrong information, you need better counsel. If it's past wounds, emotionally you've been hurt from the risks you've taken, then you need to process them and learn from them. If it's worthiness, you need to align or realign your identity. Number two, get around people who have done it before. This is the fastest shortcut. Find people who have taken the kind of opportunity you are facing. Ask them questions. Learn from them. Let their experiences be evidence that what you want to do is possible. Let the experiences of people that have done what you want to do be an evidence that what you are about to take is possible. You can't see what you can't imagine, and you can't imagine what you've never seen. Deep. Man, that's deep. Okay, I didn't know I could come up with something like that. All right, let me take it again. You can't see what you can imagine, and you can't imagine what you've never seen. That is facts. And the third one is start building capacity while you wait. All right, don't wait for your next opportunity to appear. Start preparing. Learn the skill that you think you would need. Build your emergency fund if you need to. Study how things work in their space. And you might be, and yes, you need to know this there. Money might not necessarily be what's stopping you from starting a business. Funny enough, it might not be money. And whatever you are thinking might be that figure you are thinking, it might not just be up to that to start. Okay? Because when the opportunity comes, it comes when you'll be ready. And number 4, make a decision and commit. At some point, you have to stop analyzing and start moving. Set a deadline. Gather the information you need to gather. Get wise counsel. And then decide. And once you decide, commit onto it. Okay? Don't second guess yourself. Don't keep one foot out of the door. Right? And the Bible was saying something that I believe we should learn from. And it says that is Ecclesiastes chapter 11 verse 4, where it says that if you are watching the wind, you will not plant or sow, and whosoever is looking at the cloud will not reap. That verse is talking about the right conditions, right? But the point is, you would often find a reason to wait. But at some point, you just have to move. And number 5, I want you to reframe failure as a learning curve. You're not failing. You're just paying your dues for an education you didn't even get any other way. Some of the most successful people that I know, and I'm sure if you decide to do your own research on it, you would see something that is common with them, which is they have failed multiple times, and they don't see it that way. They see it as an investment for the future. Okay, and maybe you've lost money on that business. Now you know. Maybe that investment didn't work out. You learn. Maybe the opportunity didn't pan out the way you should. Now you are better at evaluating something. And in conclusion, since 77.6% of you that filled this survey said you've missed out a financial opportunity, I didn't feel it, so I put myself among the number. But you should know that this is not a condemnation. All right, this is just a diagnosis. See it as a diagnosis. See that missed opportunity as a diagnosis. You've gotten something or you missed something out of the way. It's a diagnosis. Was it fear? Was it unpreparedness? Was it analysis paralysis? Was it the wrong information? Was it past wound, or was it you feeling unworthy? That is a diagnosis. And the beautiful part of all of this is that they are fixable. You can face your fears, you can build capacity, you can set a deadline and decide, you can get better at information, get credible information, you can heal for past wound, and you know, of course, that your failure is not what defines you. And if you have to do it, you just have to do it. Because no one's coming to do it for you. No one is coming to fix it for you. And here is one thing I want you to do in this week and in weeks to come is just be honest with yourself. Alright? Identify which one is stopping you. Find someone who has already done it, like I've said. Start preparing. Make a commitment. Do something. Do something. Do something. Just do something. Because sometimes it's not that you are not ready. When you do, you just be that it's courage you lack. Deal with it. So deal with it, yeah. And we've come to the end of the episode. And right, I just feel refreshed talking for the first time in a while. Yeah, talking on this podcast. So if this episode has stirred up something in you, please do well to share it, really. And yes, for those of you that have been here since day one, thank you. For those of you that are returning, thank you. For those of you that are listening down to this part, thank you. Thank you. All right. There cannot be like a Behind the Veil podcast if there's no you. All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And yeah, know this. You are capable, you're worthy, and your opportunity is coming again. All right. So until next time, stop finding reasons to wait, but rather start preparing to move. Let me not say start preparing, rather make the move. All right. Stop finding reasons to wait and just make the move. This is Behind the Veil podcast, and thank you for being here. So until next time, keep on enjoying the fatherhood of God.